One very useful piece of equipment is this Chemtrol. You can see here that it's got two different settings to be concerned about. One is what's called an ORP display. This is an oxidation reduction potential. And it's roughly a measure of the oxidizing ability of the chlorine in the pool, or basically how easily we can kill stuff. You'll notice that this is the beginning of the season, so you'll notice this thing is blinking. Blinking is never a good thing. That's actually an alarm that's going off right now, and you can see the alarm that's set. Anytime this thing drops below, or even if it were to drop above, like a predetermined setting, it's letting you know that something needs to be done. Of course, like I said, we're in the beginning part of the season here, so it's to be expected. Our chlorine levels aren't very well established. Over here, you can also see on the right side that there's a pH. The pH is pretty roughly the pH of the pool, obviously. We generally want this thing to be right around 7.4. If it's not, then we might have a problem with either we've just done some sort of shock with a base, or alternatively, like the acid barrel may be empty, and so you can watch how to fill the acid barrel. And I just wanted to show you a couple of little button pushes here and show you a couple of error codes that are fairly common. All right, so when you come in, usually these guys are going to both be set to auto. You can see here that we're feeding chlorine into the pool right now, and that because our pH is right now at a set point of 7.5, nothing is happening. Just in case you, for some reason, want to turn either of these off, it's pretty simple. You can just press the button. If you, for some reason, want to set it to manual so that it automatically adds acid to the pool and also adds chlorine from the autochlorinator, which, by the way, is down here. That's R2D2. That's the way you do it. So you'll just want to make sure that when you're done with your night, you look at this thing and see that both of the settings are both the ORP and the pH aren't blinking. There's no alarm settings. And the values, of course, are going to depend on where we are in the year. To change the various set points is also very simple. I like to turn everything off, and you simply type set point and whichever one you'd like to program. Right now that sucker's set to 690. I could make it go up to 700. You probably aren't going to want to do this very often, but once you're done and you've set it, you just simply press set point once again. And if you want to make sure that you've actually set it correctly, you can just go through the same exact thing and check to see where it's set. And we'll go ahead and do the same to the pH. Right now the set point is 7.5. Let's change it to 7.4. And we'll check to make sure that it registered. And it's at 7.4. If this Chemtrol was for some reason to be turned off and then back on, by the way, here's the main power on-off to the Chemtrol. Occasionally there's an automatic safety timer feature. This thing is right now, because we're at the beginning of the year, going to be set to 0 because we have to deliver quite a bit of acid to the pool. But sometimes you'll come in here and you'll see it blinking like this with a number. So for instance, if I were to come in here and I had a set point of 5 minutes, there'd be a blinking 05 that would appear, and it would automatically shut off the pH. So if you ever see that error message, again, just call me, or you can manually set it, reset the pH sensor.